Welcome back to the channel, guys. It is Unconformed. My name is Roman, and I appreciate all of you for tuning into the channel. Today, we are going to talk about Trent Alexander-Arnold playing in midfield for the England national team. They're set to play tonight, and it should be a good one, man. I think it's a perfect opponent for a coming out party for Trent, and I think it's time for us to talk about what is Trent's best position, not just for England, but also for Liverpool as well. So I want to dive into a little bit of the statistics, just a little bit, but I also want to just talk about what makes Trent so special, what makes him different from all of the other talents that are in England right now, and all of the other talents that are even in the Liverpool team right now. Because I think he is one of those really rare breeds, those really rare players that aren't appreciated enough, that don't get enough love, that when they retire, you realize, okay, he was actually a pretty special player. I don't think we've seen a guy like Trent since really David Beckham or Andrea Pirlo, right? If you really think about what he can do with the ball, when he gets the ball at his feet, and what he's able to do with it, it's absolutely insane. But before we jump into that, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We just broke past 1,000 subs. I want to say maybe a week and a half ago. The march onward towards 2,000 subs. I'm just an American dude that is sharing his love for his favorite team, Liverpool FC. So if you guys want to join the journey and come with me along the way, I'd be more than happy to accompany with you on this whole thing. If not, you just love seeing my videos in passing, that's awesome too. Appreciate all of that. But anyway, let's jump right into the video. Trent, man, he's special. And I think maybe the positions that we've kind of been playing him in at Liverpool is kind of taken away a little bit from his greatness. When you have a guy that is this good on the ball, that makes passing almost like an art, making it almost look easy, do you hide that talent in defense or do you push him up further on the pitch? I know there's tons of people that say, Trent should go nowhere near the midfield, like what Rooney just said recently. Trent should go nowhere near the midfield. I don't trust him defensively. And they're acting like all of these other midfielders that we have right now are defensive like savants, right? Even if you look at the English team and then you look at the Liverpool team as well, you're talking about guys like, I mean, Declan Rice is very good defensively, but we're talking about guys like Conor Gallagher, who is a very scrappy midfielder, but I wouldn't call him a defensive savant. I wouldn't call him a Caicedo, like his teammate. I wouldn't call him I mean, who else is a wonderful defensive midfielder? Joshua Kimmich. I wouldn't put him in the Rodri. I wouldn't put him in those categories where these are guys that are kind of transcending the position as midfielders and are showing that you can be as good as a center back in midfield and be technically as good as well, right? We're talking about replacing him with guys like Kobe Mainu, right? We're talking about Conor Gallagher. We're talking about, you know what I mean? Even Jude Bellingham to a degree, who is great as a good all-around player, but we've seen that he actually thrives a lot more going forward versus being a more defensive player. So it begs the question, what are you looking for in your squad? And I think that's the question that Gareth Southgate has to ask for himself, is what is he looking for in his midfield at the moment? Because if you look at some of these warm-up games, when Trent isn't on the field, not very much has been happening. He has been essentially their main focal point of creativity. If Trent's not on the field, really nothing really is happening for England. And I think that's a huge testament to what he can do when the ball is at his feet, right? Where it doesn't matter where he is on the pitch and it doesn't matter where you are on the pitch, he can find you with that right boot and he can change the game in a stroke of a boot, right? One stroke, that's it. The whole game can be changed. You can go one up, you can level the game, you can claw back and get a come from behind victory. And I think that's one of the secret sauces that he's had kind of at Liverpool, is that he can easily change the whole complexion of a game. And he's able to run an entire game from defense in Liverpool. Imagine what you could do if he got more reps in midfield and they say, well, he doesn't look like he's ready. Well, no one's going to naturally just step into a role that they've never really played before. I know he played a little bit in his junior career and things like that. But at a high level, obviously that's not the case. Should we be experimenting this on the biggest stage in the Euros? This can even either go extremely well, and Trent will end up becoming one of the hottest commodities and the hottest prospects in all of the world. And every big club will be looking at potentially bringing him into their squad, or it can go really bad and he'll be a pariah and be hung out to dry and will be the scapegoat for this Euro tournament. It'll be up to Trent on whether or not that'll happen, right? And I think Trent's in this mode right now. He knows this is a pivotal part in his career. He is in the precipice of his prime, right? In these next 2, 3, 4, 5 years, he could be, if everything goes well, competing for a Ballon d'Or, right? There isn't Messi in the way anymore, Ronaldo in the way anymore, Lewandowski, all of these generational players, right? That Karim Benzema, all these players that are just like otherworldly great, to where there's no way you're getting that Ballon d'Or or Neymar even, right? And when you see guys like Vinny Jr. and guys like Jude Bellingham getting Ballon d'Or nods, you're thinking, okay, I can compete. These guys, I'm on that level with these guys, right? I think that's what Trent is thinking. And I know there's some people that are saying somebody needs to tell Trent that he's not a midfielder. Maybe he's thinking, maybe I'm not a midfielder right now, but maybe I can be one day and take my game to the next level. And maybe this is Gareth Southgate asking him, can you be a midfielder for me? Because our defense is set. This is what I want it to be. But I don't want to leave a player as special as you out. Can you adapt? Can you change? And Trent's like, yes, let's do it. And imagine this. Trent moves into midfield. He has the tournament of his lifetime. He absolutely balls out, leads the whole tournament in assist. Everything changes for Trent. They win the Euros, and now he's up in that upper echelons of best players in the world. He's always been amazing. He's always been great. But I feel like he's kind of sometimes been left out of those conversations where you're talking about who's the best player in the world. Trent doesn't pop up in those conversations enough. And I think this move into midfield, I think he can showcase this will be Trent's coming out party in this tournament. I think. I think the world will see Trent's talent and who he truly is, because there's no way he's English. He has some sort of Italian or Spanish in his blood, the way that he can move the ball around the field at ease and on a dime from no matter where you are on the field. Reminds me a little bit of Gerrard when he's able to do it, hitting the ball 30, 40 yards on a dime to Fernando Torres into the back of the net, able to lace one from 30, 40 yards out, as Trent has shown he's able to do. Maybe we've already had our Steven Gerrard region, our next Steven Gerrard in our ranks this entire time, but we just haven't been paying attention to it. I think Trent unlocks this English team. I think he unlocks everything for everyone. I think he brings Foden into the game because he can be that De Bruyne-esque figure for Phil. And I think that he creates opportunity after opportunity for Harry Kane to do what he does best. When there's no one driving the engine room on the field for England, they look toothless. They have all this talent that really aren't gelling and meshing together. But when Trent comes onto the field, everything comes to life. And I think that's why Gareth Southgate is taking this risk and playing Trent in midfield, because he knows he is the one that's going to be able to move this English team forward. But let me know what you guys think. Am I tripping? Am I crazy? Am I missing out on something? But I think Trent goes on to become player of the tournament for me. Give him the keys. Give him the keys of the kingdom. Let him do his thing this tournament. And I believe that he wins player of the tournament and he wins the Euros for England. I think, believe it or not, Trent Alexander-Arnold is England's most important player this Euros. More than Kane, more than Bellingham. We know what they're capable of. We know what they bring, right? But obviously that in the past, that hasn't been enough. But I think you add this creative force to the midfield, this Toni Kroos-esque player, this Beckham-esque player, this Pirlo, this Xabi Alonso type player where he can just dictate play, switch play on a dime, unlock defenses in one kick of the ball. I think it changes everything, especially with low block teams, right? Like they're going to be playing today. And they'll probably be playing for this entire group that they're in. They should get out of this group, right? This will be a key moment. This game will be a key moment for not only Trent in his career, but also England and how they perform this tournament. So I'm really excited about this. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are. I'm going to be doing a reaction video to this game right after. So keep an eye out for that. I appreciate all of you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you later today. Peace.